What's going on, guys? It's MOJoe, and today I'm bringing you guys episode 2 of my world record run for the Mega Crab event. So, this was for the January 2016 Mega Crab. I don't know if Mega Crab will ever be returning, but just in case it does, I gotta put out what Mega Crab event it was that I am going for the record on. So, getting right into it, this is stage 56 here. That's where we left off. While we're just kind of looking at how beastly of a base this is, like boom cannons, doom cannons, shock blaster, ridiculous amount of rocket launchers, a few shock launchers, shield generators that totaled up to over 8 million health. Over 8 million health on the core, plus the double hiccups. Sorry about that. Plus the amount of base HP on the core, which was around 700 or 800k. Don't quite remember. But we're going to go ahead and get right into it. It's a pretty self-explanatory attack, so I'm going to do a brief recap and whatnot of the previous episode while it's going on. So, last episode, we left off finishing stages 54 and 55. 55 was the stage where I accidentally did a 6-tank attack because I clicked attack instead of scout. And then the second attack, I miraculously managed to finish the stage anyway by doing like a rifle Zuka attack that started off as a brute force, I'm going to punch this thing in the nose type of attack, and then it turned into a smoky rifle Zuka attack, which is what allowed me to finish that stage. So I made a good comeback there, but we're gonna lose a little bit of ground this episode on the leaderboards. I think I end up in about 8th on the US leaderboards. That's on the leaderboards, not necessarily what rank I was legitimately, just based on fair play players, but also, I don't remember if I already said this, but I apologize if this episode, or for this episode coming out like 5 days or something after the first one. I just didn't have the opportunity, or any opportunities rather, to record the commentary for this episode. So, huge bummer, but we're back at it, and hopefully I'll record the next episode commentary right after this, so we should be good to go. So that first attack, I just cleared out the very front line of defenses, threw some gunboat energy on the rocket launchers, because I'm assuming that for the finish phase of the attack, we went over that in the first episode. You have the setup phase and you have the finish phase, or if you want to call it the kill phase, you can do that. We'll call it the setup and the finish. So I'm thinking the finish phase will mostly consist of a Zuka-based attack, whether it's rifle Zuka, heavy Zuka, or all Zukas. I am not sure yet. But for the setup phase, we're setting up for that. So I went with more Scorchers and tanks here. Excuse me. I should have gone with 3 Scorchers and 5 boats of tanks, though, because I didn't need nearly the amount of Scorcher health that I needed last attack. So just the additional damage output by the extra boat of tanks rather than another Scorcher would have been much more ideal, because I'm just trying to get all these rocket launchers down. So, that's kind of a bummer. Not a great call by me, and that did come back to bite me a little bit. This one wasn't like the end of the world, because I don't think I would have gotten like in a ridiculous amount more, what am I trying to say here? A ridiculous amount of extra damage done to this base with the 3 Scorchers and 5 boats of tanks necessarily. My goodness. I've tried to do this commentary a couple times. One time I had the yawns, and one time I got like super mega distracted because my phone went off like a crazy man. So this is like the third time I had to try to do this commentary. So tripping over my speech a little bit. Hopefully I don't have to redo it again. But here it is. That shield, like I was saying, was over 8 million health, and the it looks like the core was just over 700k. So, or like 729 or something like that. So, I looked at the base and I saw those two rocket launchers that I left standing from the Scorcher and tank attack. I figured that I would be able to just go ahead and barrage and artillery them. So that's what I'm gonna go ahead and go for. Sadly, that does waste a lot of gunboat energy, so I didn't have that to push up the right side. I still had some left over, but I think I wasted or used somewhere around 80 or 90 gunboat energy on taking out these two rocket launchers here. We'll see right here. So 161 is what I had. Yeah, so I used two barrages on each rocket launcher, and I think I used three artillery on each. So that's actually going to be like over 100, I think. Um, yeah, well over 100. My goodness, that was almost 120 gunboat energy just on taking out two rocket launchers. So, just kind of chew on that for a little bit. Two rocket launchers takes 120 gunboat energy to destroy. So, this stage was not messing around. Another key point to notice or take away from this attack was that mortar shot that just took place like 2 seconds ago. That flare that I used, because some of my heavies and Zukas started walking left, caused some of my Zukas that were walking right to walk in front of the heavies, and so the mortar took or retargeted to the Zukas and took out, I think it was 9 Zukas. So it says right there on the screen. You can do the math if you so desire. Yeah, it was 9. So lost 9 Zukas to 1 mortar shell, and that's a lot of damage output. And then another one, I lost like 5 or 6 or 7, somewhere around there, to that flamethrower just because my shock bomb was late. So, huge bummer, not getting all the bang for my buck on this attack, or really on any of my attacks on this stage. So, this was definitely, in my opinion, the hardest stage that you could possibly get to without any sort of cheating antics. So, I'm not like super bent out of shape about the fact, or about how many attacks it took me to get through this one, but I definitely still could have done it in at least one less attack. I could have finished it on this attack here. Instead of using heavy and Zuka, I could have gunboat energied that rocket launcher that I just scrolled out of the screen. It's at the very top, kind of left, and you can't really see it all the way right now, but right there, it was on the very left of the screen. I should have thrown the gunboat energy on that. I should have loaded up all Zukas, and then instead of doing what I'm doing here, I should have just smoked the Zukas to that area just north of those 2 boom cannons, and kind of to the left of that critter box, and then just kept shock bombs on all the things that could kill my Zukas, so that my Zukas would go around and clear out all the buildings, and I think that probably would have been able to finish it, even with the past couple of attacks being subpar. I think I could have pulled a little bit of a heroic play on this one, but I just didn't think about it. I was in a little bit of a rush because I had to get to school. I commute to college, and it's like a 35-minute drive, and my class was starting in like 40 or 45 minutes or something, so I had to like super hurry just to get the attacks in, because I didn't want them to cap out and then I just like completely waste an attack. But this attack almost went to waste anyway, just because of that, or the way I went about it this time around. So huge bummer. You're gonna see here my heavies just fizzle out to the boom cannon and the rocket launcher. And so the rocket launcher is able to retarget my Zukas, and that's going to be GG. So that's a bummer. I'm going to grab a sip of coffee here real quick while the Zukas die out. Alright, so there's the end of that attack. Man, that sip of coffee was really nice. That like just warmed my soul. um, Here I make another ridiculous mistake. Thankfully this is still gonna finish. But like there was literally no reason for me to take heavies to this attack, because I could have just gunboat energied that rocket launcher and the boom cannon, and then my Zukas would have been completely free of all defenses, and they would have just been able to wreck the core. So like literally I just wasted half of my boat space or troop space, whatever you want to call it, um, troop capacity, I guess. So that was a bummer, but like, like I said, I do still finish it out on this attack. It just wasn't pretty. This was not a great stage. This is the 5th attack for this stage. And because I wasted so many, or I used so many attacks on this stage, that's really gonna go ahead and haunt me on the next stage in the next episode. So stay tuned. That's a little bit of foreshadowing, so make sure you stay tuned for that episode. Um, so yeah. Also after this, I'm gonna have a little bit of a clip just to show the leaderboards, the U.S. leaderboards at the current time. I forgot to do it in the exact same recording, but you'll see here when I get back out of this get out of this mega crab attack, the timer for how much left, or how much time is left of the mega crab event will be pretty much the same as in the next clip. So it was recorded like right after the fact. So no sweat. So gonna go ahead and 15:25 is how much time this says is left of the gameplay, but I'm pretty sure it pretty much ends after this attack. So gonna go ahead and do the outro now, I guess, and I'll just throw in the clip of the leaderboards at the end. There probably will not be any commentary on it, so it's like super short, like 15 seconds probably. So that's gonna be it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the high level mega crab gameplay. If you want to see more, like seriously, make sure you leave like a like and a comment. Oh yeah, I'm gonna scout out stage 57. That's what it is. But we'll touch more on that in the next episode. So oh wait, no, I have a couple minutes, I think. So I apologize for that. I haven't watched this gameplay in like a day or two. So looking at stage 57, this is a tough one because there's a lot of mines, a lot of boom mines and regular mines and shock mines, a couple rocket launchers that reach close to the front edge. So like that tells me like Rifle Zuka is not going to be great. But like Scorchers and tanks are definitely like completely just out of the picture for the very first attack on this base because of all the doom cannons. Heavy Zuka is maybe an option, but because of the boom mines, the doom cannons, I just think that they're gonna get eaten up like super fast. And sorry if you could hear my finger pop there. I popped my finger like right next to the mic on accident. So Heavy Zuka I don't think is gonna be great. So I think really the best option here is going to be a Rifle Zuka attack, and you'll see have a yawn. You'll see that I go ahead and load that up at the end of the episode here. But anyway, guys, that is going to be it. Hope you enjoy the high-level Mega Crab gameplay. Make sure you leave a like and a comment if you do, because I am not going to do this again if Mega Crab comes out, because this was like ridiculously expensive to do. So just make sure you show some support. It's not that I don't want to spend money on the Mega Crab to make videos or whatever. It's just that I want to make sure it's being received well. So anyway, make sure you leave a like or a comment if you enjoy. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you follow me on all my social media. The links will be in the description down below. Until next time, this is MOJoe. I'm signing off. You know, I'm doing my outro in a completely unorthodox way that I never do. But anyway, that's going to be it. Thanks again for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, and peace out.